One one good defense is block. Build a network of spiritual support. This is very important, a very important defense. Best defense is flight. Just run away from it. Hello, this is Father Sunny, and welcome to another dose of holy. And I know I'm doing this dose of holy a little later than I usually do it, but I'd like to share this some ideas with you anyway toward the end of this day. And I was thinking today about the ongoing battle we have against evil. And you know what they say, when we're fighting with the evil ones, when we're fighting with the devil, there are so many things that we need to take into consideration, and ultimately our goal is to win. And we win by doing two things: by offense, by actively fighting against the demon, against the temptations and the evils, that try to overtake us. But most of the time, when we are dealing with the devil, the best offense is our defense. And so, in terms of our fight against the devil and our ability to overcome evil, it is very important to work your defense and to know how you are going to defend yourself from the attack of the evil one. And this is probably your best offense, especially when it comes to the attacks of the devil, because the devil is always trying to lure you, trying to tempt you, trying to trap you into sin. And so, very important that we know to not to not engage, but instead simply to defend ourselves from those situations where we might fall into sin or we might give in to temptations. So let me give you three ideas. One good defense is block. Block yourself from the attacks of the devil. I think you know it when it happens to you, when you're feeling tempted. The good thing is for you to immediately say, no, I won't, I don't want it, goodbye. So, and you can do this by cutting off that particular situation so that you don't find yourself being attacked by the devil. Just say no to the devil when it shows its face to you in temptation. That's the very first thing to do, is to block yourself so that you don't get attacked by the devil. And also in the sense of blocking, it's also very important to realize that our spiritual well-being is a good shield against the devil. If we are strong in faith, if we are strong in our prayer life, if we have a feeling of a very close connection to God, if we remain in the sacraments, if we go to church, if we have a very robust prayer life, I think all of these serve as a block, as a defense, immediate defense against the enemy, against the devil, and against the attacks of any type of temptation. Another important thing to realize is that when we are in the defense mode with the devil, it's also good to realize that we don't have to do this alone. So make sure to build a network of spiritual support. This is very important, a very important defense, because sometimes on our own we cannot do it. Of course, obviously, it's always by the grace of God that we're able to do it. But also, God uses people around us to help us have a stronger defense against the devil. For example, maybe you want more people to be praying for you. Perhaps you can consult your priest. Perhaps you can, take some advice from your friends, how to overcome these things, or sometimes even seek for accountability from your family or for whatever. Like, for example, if you're being tempted to shop, and shopping is your Waterloo, perhaps you can ask your family members to tell you, to remind you about it, that every time you're shopping, that to have them ask you, is it a need or is it a want, or something like that. Or maybe you can ask your wife or your husband to tell you to double check your credit card and to co-sign your credit card whenever you have to do a purchase. So sometimes other people around us become sort of our immediate accountability team that can help us stay in the right place and be in a good space in order to not give in to temptation and then allow the devil to win in the battle. Of course, in relation to this idea of support system and having a line of a team of defense, you can also include there all the angels and saints in heaven that can help you pray in order that you can become spiritually strong to resist temptations and to become a better person in the light of the temptations that we need to overcome. So don't be afraid to ask the help of Saint Jude for impossible causes, or maybe Saint Anthony if you feel like you're lost or you cannot speak the truth, or maybe Saint Padre Pio, or maybe even people like Saint, if your problem is being a philanderer, maybe you can ask Saint Augustine. Or if your problem is gambling, maybe you can ask the Saint Camillus de Lily. So there are so many people out there that can help you, so many saints and angels in heaven that can provide some spiritual support for you as well. And then also, that is why for me as a priest, I have a support group. I think it's very, very good to have a support group where you have some people that you can trust, that can provide you good and honest and generous feedback and loving feedback, but also helpful feedback for your own struggles. But also these people can be praying for you and helping you grow in your faith and make you accountable to that as well. And finally, I think number 3, as far as defense is concerned, sometimes the best defense is flight. Just run away from it. Run as fast as you can and run as far away from it as possible. Sometimes that is the best defense. Just run, survive and run. Sometimes, especially when you know that you are not doing very well in the light of a temptation, the best thing to do is to run away from those places where you feel that you can be tempted. For example, if you know that you are struggling with alcoholism, for example, then run away as far as you are able from the bar or from the liquor store. Try your very best to run as far away from those places as possible and keep the distance going. Keep them away. Or sometimes when you are arguing with people and then you find yourself having these angry thoughts, or maybe murderous thoughts or unkind thoughts, sometimes the best thing to do is, especially when you know that these people might trigger you because they're also unhealthy, there's some unhealthiness going on with those people. It is best sometimes to just avoid those people instead of engage them in some kind of a conversation where you both will spiral into misery, in sin, and being caught in that demonic space. So sometimes the best thing to do is simply just avoid. Run away as far away as you can from these people, because they might not be the right people that will help you remain good in yourself. So these are some tips in the whole idea that defense is the best offense against the devil. So I hope that you get a little chance to think a little bit about these things, because they're real and they are practical, and I know that they can help you in your spiritual growth. And so this is Father Sunny sending you this message today and wrapping it around with a wish and a blessing for a happy, holy, and healthy life. As always, my gratitude to all of you that have been giving me encouragements every time. And thank you for all your prayers and support for me and my ministry. And so until next time here at A Dose of Holy, bye for now. God bless you.